So this is interesting. A groundbreaking in vitro fertilization law goes into effect in January of 2020. Barbara Calora, president and CEO of Resolve, the National Infertility Association, and patient Lias Story joins me now to discuss what this could mean for insurance coverage for women here in Florida. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning, Carly.
Good morning.
So this is interesting because from what I understand, this law is actually in New York, but I am interested to see what the relation, could we have any changes here in Florida, what that is?
Yeah, this impacts people who work and live in New York State. We worked very hard on advocating for this change with the state legislature. And you're right, it does not impact people in Florida, but because of this huge shift in New York, we are seeing a lot of interest in other states across the country, and we would really love nothing more than to advocate for the same kind of legislation in Florida, as well as people advocating with their employer. We'd love to see a lot more people in Florida have access to coverage.
Yeah, so Leah, tell us a little bit about your story and why obviously you're so passionate about this as well.
Of course, certainly. So this landmark legislation is near and dear to my heart as a native New Yorker and as someone who did all my treatment here in New York. About 2 years ago, I was diagnosed with stage 2 non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, and these resources weren't available to me or my husband. Instead, we had to cobble up our resources to squeeze in a session of egg freezing before my treatment started. Today, 18 months later, I'm happily in remission, but I'm also in a menopause at the age of 31. And so what gives us hope is that we did freeze embryos and eggs. And so hopefully 18 months from now, hopefully after many more clear scans, we will be able to start our family. And so why I'm so passionate about this is that, 2 reasons. One, I just want cancer patients and advocates across the country to know that this is an option and to have this conversation with your oncologist before you start treatment. And 2, working with Barbara and her committed coalition, I'm excited for us to sort of spread this word nationwide and to help create similar legislative landmarks.
Yeah, Leah, we are wishing you and your family all the best. Before we run out of time, though, Barbara, explain what this law is. I feel like all you hear is how expensive in vitro is as well. So I'm assuming this is helping with the cost. And again, what we need to do here in Florida to maybe see some changes here.
So this law, which starts in January for New Yorkers, will cover up to 3 cycles of IVF for people with infertility. It'll also cover all the medications and medical procedures for people like Leah who need to freeze sperm and egg before a cancer treatment. Again, Florida doesn't have this opportunity right now. We need to advocate. So contact Resolve at resolve.org. That's resolve.org. We would love to work with you to advocate for change.
All right, and we will see what certainly comes our way. Leah, again, we wish you and your family all the best and hope that there's continued good news about your diagnosis as well.
Thank you.
All right, and we'll make sure and put all that info on our website too.